The Ratchet & Clank series dates back to 2002 when the original released on the PlayStation 2. Having played a lot of the games in the franchise, I was rather excited to find Ratchet & Clank A Rift Apart in the Steam store. After checking up on the average playtime, which is approximately 10 hours or 30 hours for a 100% completion run, I decided to pick it up in a sale and definitely have not been disappointed thus far. I immediately cranked, or should I say clanked, it up to the hardest difficulty and dove right in. The series maintains a lot of the old charm, but does also introduce some new mechanics, which we'll get onto later. The ever familiar gold bolts appear as collectibles across stages, with each one giving an unlockable bonus in the menu, ranging from weapon skins to photo packs. The game features a plethora of guns and gadgets, a few of which have been shown on screen, including the trusty Omni Glove, Grind Boots and Magna Boots from previous iterations, but there are a lot more than shown. To avoid spoilers, the gameplay shown is approximately 1 to 2 hours into the game and is featuring the first planet you visit after the tutorial section. So far, there has been a lot of what you would expect in a Ratchet & Clank game, including platforming, collecting bolts, which are the currency used to buy weapons at merchants, combat, and exploration to find all those hidden collectibles. Combat, as per previous games, is a high-octane affair involving dashing, jumping, flipping, attacking with various guns, changing weapons on the fly, and collecting ammo/health while the fight rages on and you do everything you can to stay alive. Despite playing on the hardest difficulty, I only ever really encountered problems a couple of times, and after a few attempts, have been able to beat everything thus far with not too much trouble. Now, for what sets it apart from the other games. There are several new features and mechanics in this game, i.e. customizable armor, as shown previously, which are purely cosmetic, although picking one up grants a passive stat increase in the background. There are also collectible spy bots, which are akin to audio logs, giving background information about various planets. As a bonus, it is also teased that when all the spy bots are acquired, a blueprint will be unlocked for a secret weapon. Fans of the series probably can already guess what weapon this is. I personally have my suspicions, but have not got far enough into the game to confirm or deny at this point. At time of review, I'm far enough into the game to encounter the last collectible also, which are called Lorbs. These are more audio logs that feature old conversations between various Lombaxes of the past, with another reward promised for finding them all. Story-wise, the game opens with a parade in Ratchet & Clank's honour, with the promise of a gift from Clank at the end of it. After being introduced to the mechanics of jumping, smashing crates and basic combat, we're finally given the gift from Clank, a Dimensionator, which will allow Ratchet to travel to different dimensions and find his people. It's at this point that Dr. Nefarious, returning villain from previous games, interrupts the festivities, stealing the Dimensionator for himself and attempting to make his escape. Unfortunately for him, he is interrupted by our heroes, at which point he attempts to make his escape once again, this time using the Dimensionator to a dimension where he always wins, but the Dimensionator is damaged in the process. It explodes, triggering a cataclysm and chaotic universe-wide event, opening portals and displacing creatures from various universes into each other and catapulting both Ratchet and Clank into another dimension. It is at this point, in this second dimension, that we are introduced to the second playable character of this game, not including Clank, called Rivet. Rivet is a female Lombax and is revealed to be a part of an underground resistance which are fighting back against the oppression of Emperor Nefarious in this dimension, a role that our original Dr. Nefarious is only too happy to step into and assume, as it is revealed that Emperor Nefarious is currently out of the picture. From here, after an introductory cutscene, Rivet ends up teaming with Clank while Ratchet is left alone, although he does get his own new companion later. In conclusion, I would definitely recommend this game to fans of the series or even newcomers, as it's highly accessible, but with a caveat to pick it up on sale due to the length. For those interested, I will now leave you with a minute or so of uninterrupted gameplay at the end of the video to help you get more of a feel for the game and hopefully help you make your own decision. Thanks for tuning in. See you next time.